Anna opened her eyes. The air clung to her skin, thick, heavy, and damp. She took a deep breath, and it filled her lungs like a rush of clean, cold oxygen. For a moment, it felt almost refreshing. Then dizziness swept over her. The air was heavier than anything she had felt before, like stepping into a high-pressure oxygen chamber. All around, the forest loomed like a prehistoric cathedral. Towering green stalks, some nearly 20 meters high, reached toward the sky. They weren't trees as we know them, but massive club mosses and ferns, their fan-shaped leaves stretching wide, releasing steam as if the forest itself was exhaling. The ground beneath her feet squished with every step, mud, water, rot. Tiny bubbles broke the surface of nearby pools, rising slowly and popping. Was it methane? Oxygen? The answer was unknown. She checked her backpack, 2 liters of water, a knife, a lighter, a hand towel, a small lantern, a compass, a coil of rope. That was all. Just a survival kit in a world where nothing felt familiar. Shelter came first. She broke off a few fern leaves, each wide as a blanket, and tied them between 2 thick stalks using the rope. It wouldn't win any design awards, but the green tent would keep the mist off her for the night. Taking a tiny sip from her bottle, she forced herself to stop despite her dry throat. There was no telling when she would find more. A low, droning sound vibrated through the air. She looked up and froze. A massive dragonfly, its wings wider than her arms, hovered silently above. Meganeura. She had seen it in textbooks, but now it drifted through the dense, prehistoric air like a living phantom. She didn't move, didn't breathe. As the light faded, the air grew heavier, hotter. Humidity rose past 90%. She turned on the lantern. Within seconds, fat, buzzing, alien insects swarmed toward the glow. A mosquito the size of her finger brushed her cheek.
Oh God. Nope, nope.
She muttered, slapping it away and killing the lantern. She lay in the dark. The only sound was something croaking in the distance, deep and guttural. An ancient amphibian, perhaps. The ground was soft, cold, and wet. She wrapped the towel around her neck and tried to sleep.
Just get through tonight,
she whispered. Morning came with a pounding headache. She could barely breathe. Too much oxygen, too much of a good thing. Her heart raced like she had been sprinting and her head throbbed. Every movement blurred her vision. She needed water. Approaching the swamp, she found its surface murky and crawling with larvae, undrinkable, but maybe salvageable. Filtering it through the towel, she boiled it over a tiny fire and prayed. The air smelled of steam and scorched plant matter.
Easy. Easy. Don't start a firestorm,
she cautioned herself. This place was soaked in oxygen. One spark could turn the forest into a torch. Hunger gnawed at her. No fruits, no nuts, no roots. Everything green here was ancient, tough, and likely toxic to a human stomach. In the mud, she found a small amphibian with stubby legs and wide eyes. She gutted it, rinsed it, cooked it. It tasted like damp soil and decay, but she chewed anyway.
This is so disgusting. Ugh. I could throw up.
Deep in the woods, the ground began to vibrate. Not an earthquake, something moving, something big. A dark shape slithered into view.
No. No, no, no. Please don't come this way.
Arthropleura, a giant millipede nearly 3 meters long. Dozens of legs ticked across the soil in unison. Herbivorous, but terrifying nonetheless. Later, near the water, she spotted something worse. A huge head slowly lifted above the surface. Ariops. Not quite a crocodile, not quite a frog, but with teeth. And it was watching her.
Just keep walking, Anna. Don't give it a reason.
That night, the sky shimmered. Meganeura swarmed overhead, their wings catching the moonlight like blades of glass. The air buzzed as though the entire atmosphere was alive. By the fourth day, her body was breaking down. Even standing made her heart hammer. Too much oxygen was killing her from the inside. Cellular damage, oxidative stress. Her limbs felt hollow. She slapped at giant mosquitoes biting her arms. The itch, the pain, the creeping paranoia. The fifth day brought a thunderstorm, and with it, fire. A single lightning strike hit a fern. Within seconds, flames raced up the stalk. The forest erupted in a rush of heat and sound, flames devouring the canopy like climbing serpents. She dove into the mud, covering herself in filth. Steam roared past her ears as water flashed into vapor. Then, silence, ash, smoke. The charred bodies of insects littered the ground. She found a Meganeura carcass roasted by the fire.
Dinner, I guess.
It tasted like grass and chalk, but it filled her stomach.
This is Earth, but not our Earth. We're not the rulers here, not even visitors. We're just prey.